Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 10. We are getting ready to do another discussion, and this is part of a 3-week series on assistive technology. Many of us are in the special education dual license program, but even if you're not, this is all great stuff that's going to help you get more in tune with what every child needs in your classroom. So there's a big differentiation piece here. And of course, technology allows that to happen so much more easily because we can, assign certain things to certain students in different ways. So there's lots of cool tools out there for making differentiation and assistive technology, accessible to make lessons accessible to students. So the first thing to realize is that assistive technology is in everybody's hands all the time. We all use it in some way, shape, or form, but even if we don't have a disability, and we don't always think about the fact that it's assistive technology. For example, you may have a phone. You may have your phone and it may have Hey Google or Hey Siri on it, right? And so if I go to,
I didn't get that.
there's shown. Find me a restaurant.
Okay, here's what I found.
And she found me all the restaurants in my area, right? Very simple request of a program, but guess what? That's an assistive technology because if I can't type in restaurants or if I have a hard time using my technology to do that because I have limited use of my hands or maybe I can't see the screen, I can still get Siri to help me out. And so that's what assistive technology is all about. It's helping us do the things that we all need to do in order to perform whatever the tasks are in our lives. It levels the playing field so that the child that cannot see or doesn't see well can still get access to the same information as the student who does, or as the student who cannot hear well, or the student that has challenges moving around, or whatever the case may be. So it's leveling the playing field, giving everybody an opportunity to get access to learning at their own rate, at their own pace, and take advantage of that. So our first foray into this is to pick one tool, and there's many, many tools. Pick one and talk about it. Tell us what you learned about it. Who does it help? What does it do? So our AT review is simply that. Find us something. It can be an app. It can be a physical device. You could review the advantages of speech-to-text technology like Siri. It could be anything and everything. You pick. There are many resources here available to you, and you can keep going and look for more. You might consider looking at websites like EnableMart, which is a catalog. You can look through all kinds of things. You can go to the Patents Project. Patents is our Indiana assistive technology resource. It's available to all teachers in the state. And it's a really wonderful thing because they have, among other things, they have a lending library. And you will be able to see more from the patents folks because there's a video in this module that's when they were here at PNW talking with us and working with some of our kids, which would be a really fun thing to watch. It's a little long, but it's worth it because you get a lot of professional development out of it. But here is information about their library and how to even go about requesting something from the library. If you're working in a school right now, as long as it's a public school and even some private schools have access to this. So you can just contact them and get these things to play with for up to 2 weeks. So you can check them all out, check out what they have available. They really like talking about OFI, which is kind of a nifty thing for students with autism. But if you look at their catalog, you're going to see that they have all kinds of neat stuff. And I'm just going to leave it open so you can see. They have, 14 pages, 1,100 items, lots and lots of items. And they tell you all of what they do. You can get a little detail about it. So the, Clip Talk Direct Select Jacks is a communicator. It lets you record and re-record short messages. So it can be something that can reinforce something for a student. It can also be snapped directly to things like wheelchairs so that it can just be always available for them to switch on to give themselves a message or repeat something or hear something that's been recorded for them. So that could be a really super use of this, a review to do and talk about how that would work with the student with various types of disabilities. So this might be a great place to find your choice. There's many other places to go. You might find yourself doing a lot of research because it's really interesting. I find AT to be a fascinating subject and really valuable. Hopefully, you will too. So, find us a device, tell us about it, and we'll all be sharing together. And I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with.